Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a quick layout share. I have been working on my mini book and a few other things and haven't made as many layouts, so I may do my layout shares every 2 weeks instead of every week. It's just I'm able to do it today because I have no layout due tomorrow, so that's exciting. So I'll just kind of flip through and talk. This was a companion page that I did to another page that used the banners. I used the two small banners. On the other one, I used the large banner across the top. And they were both about trips to Canada. And so this is for a Scrap Backwards weekly page. And those banners came from the sticker sheets that are that started my Scrap Backwards kit. So I'm gonna I have to bring a chair over to have a place to lay it down because I'm set up for my next project. This is a Flare Hut Dottie About Flare design team page, and it's also my excuse me, my challenge accepted page for which is a scrap lift, and I forget which day this was. I think it was day 2 of 12 days of autumn scrap lifts, and I used a couple photos of Johnny that Lisa Sikorsky, his mom, sent me, and just really kind of did it up with lots of fish and stars and hearts and flare, of course, and seashell sequins. So this one was so much fun to do, especially since I had flare that looked almost exactly like that pattern paper. So that was fun. This is a really messy mixed media mayhem page that I wouldn't like, except it just looks perfect for a bunch of rowdy kids with protest signs at a football game. And that was kind of my point. So I had fun doing that. And that was for Mixed Media Mayhem last Friday, a week ago today. And this is another Scrap Squad lift. It was day 6, and the page had these triangles. I had some photos that had, or some paper that had its design in the corners, and I added some acetate leaves. This was an easy one to do, but it ended up, I just absolutely love it, and Katie loves it, which is also important. And this one is one that I'm sure Reese would love if she knew what she was looking at. I pulled a random page kit that was left over from my September Scrap Backwards kit, and I challenged myself to use a photo I already had printed without really thinking, before I'd pulled the page kit. And the page kit was kind of a beachy, seagoing sort of page kit, as you can see. And the only photo I had was this one of Reese and an Ewok that had been sent to James when he put out a picture of Reese on Facebook. Someone said, is that an Ewok? And so my journaling says I'm sure she'd love the beach if I ever took her there. So maybe I have to take her there. There are videos on all of these. This one was another Scrap Squad lift, and it's day 8 of the 12 days, and the 8th is kind of a special day, so I did a special page. And again, I used my Scrap Backwards kit. I really hit the bricks with my Scrap Backwards kit last week. Had lots of fun. This one I especially love, and I love the flare that I found that kind of fit in with the color scheme I created. And I love that photo. That's one of my favorite photos of the two of us. Okay, and this one was challenge accepted for yesterday. And this was the original that I lifted from Scrap Squad. And I have lost some fish because I didn't glue them down. There were 3 of these, I think, and I will have to find them and put them back on. Let me get this down there. That's a shame. Let me look at the back of this page. I don't see any fish there. Oh, I see. Well, no, that fish belongs on that page. Well, if I don't find them, then it'll have just that one. If I do find them, I'll add them on later. So I don't see any on the back of there. Anyway, this was, it had circles and leaves, and I did some rub-ons and miscellaneous other things, and all of that was from my Scrap Backwards kit. And I used Bramble Fox bubbly perspectives, and it's a photo of Ava in a bathtub. Baby squirrel. Okay, and then let's see, don't have any fish on there, I don't think. Excuse me. This is my design. Well, there's my fish right there. Okay, I will glue those on after the video. But this is my design challenge team page for Bramble Fox, and this little truck with the pumpkins, and this lantern, and this owl are all from, and the title are all from the Foxbox Plus, which I subscribe to. This sweater, and let's see, these 2 little banners, this lantern, and this circle that says Home Sweet Home, and the stocking are all from the paper snips. And let me see if I have that paper snips. I think it's, here we go, paper snips number 14, which came in my Foxbox Plus. And I used a stencil to create, and lightly brushed some Distress Oxide to create the little road that my trucks are driving on. So I used all kinds of stuff, and everything else is Paige Evans' Garden Shop. I absolutely love this page, and I snuck in a little pink pumpkin from last year's, I think, November box, or from Bramble Fox. So, and I wish the kids had stayed that age. They're all grown up now. Those silly kids. I've still got fish on my fingers here. And this is today's Mixed Media Mayhem. And I was doing this lift that had the giant hexagon. So I used a hexagon stencil, and I overlaid a world map stencil, and I brushed on some medium and put some embossing powder and embossed the world map, creating a resist. And then I brayered on some paint with a brayer that had little dots on it. So that created my background. And then I made 2 clusters, the photo cluster and then the happy girl cluster, that are, it's all about my crafty world, my my happy scrappy world. And this is a photo looking from my desk in the office part past the kitchen and the little bathroom and the dining room and into the living room. And this is where I film, and you can see my rainbow stacks of paper and my electric pencil sharpener, as well as my dish drainer and my Texas cutting board, or that's John's Texas cutting board, and my photo of John painting pumpkins. Just I like this photo. I don't know why I took it or when I took it. It's recent because that's what things still look like at the moment. But it kind of shows me bits of my world. Like, I didn't even notice what was in this open cabinet that's above the refrigerator, and it's a bunch of stuff I never use, so I need to get rid of it and use that space for something that I would like to have showing. So anyway, just kind of a funny page with piles and piles of stuff on it. So thank you for watching. Well, let me show you my other thing that I've been spending time on. You may have seen the little kind of fast flip through that I did, or the very long video when I kind of did the alterations. What I have done is go through each page. I've put some photo mats on, and I've listed the page and what size the photos need to be. And then today I'm going to go through the photos I have, and I will I'll print them, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and paste the photos in the book off camera, and then I'll finish it with embellishments, the final embellishments, on camera. And that's when I can talk about the photos. But you don't need to go through all of the agony of placing the photos. So I've got listed on here, there's room for 40 photos, and I believe I have 30 in my album that I've collected. But for those of you who don't know, it's a book about Rick Springfield from my sister, who is kind of a super fan. And so I'll go through. I think he's posted more than what I've pulled down. Plus, I have some photos of Patrice at when John and I took her to one of his concerts a few years back. And I also have a couple photos of her standing next to kind of a life-size poster of him that she has on her door. So I will work those into the book as well. So that will be finishing this book will be my Monday Scrap Backwards project. So I'll have all weekend to get the photos in there, and then on Sunday I'll do the finishing. But it's been fun just getting it to this point, and I kind of like looking at it like this. These Obed Marshall fussy cuts really work in well with the kind of the mood of it, and I found a place for an epoxy flare. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, and I'll see you next time, probably in a couple of weeks. So thanks for watching. Bye.